niliulizwa kwani mimi si celebrate Mother's Day? Nikamwambia bana mimi na mama. When you wife, it was a bad thing to say.
Mdomo na akili disconnect.
Honestly, I figured. I did figure. And
vulnerability ya mtu msichana most mwanga and what they lacked when they're growing up. Ama kwa time yao. So as a father, is trying to protect your baby girl. I think that's you need to cover kidogo.
No, movies za kindi nimeona zote nikata sio view. Kuna kindi nimeona unaona. Hata the moment nilijaribu kujifanya kidogo after.
I think most women think you being present in the life ya mtoi ni financial support. Most of them think like you. No.
Yeah.
And that's why mwenye anakwambia
that's really flawed, man.
Bana ayuko, the idea is not sending money.
Yeah.
No, actually wanajaribu challenge.
How is your mental state around now the mother of your child proceeding with her life and bringing another gentleman in the life of your son? And how is your mental state around it? How are you taking it as a man? Because now you'll have another voice who is also supposed to be a father to your son.
So I think the most insecure thing about being a father.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the internet, welcome to yet another amazing conversation. Leo si mambo mbaya sana. Leo ni vijana tu wa mtaa wanapiga story yao hapa kule. Mr. Opash, welcome again to episode 46. Last time ulikuwa hapa bwana, almost a year, not a year, but fully participate.
I'm still waiting for my flowers, man.
A year ago, and it was episode 2. What? We are
that was a very, very long discussion. Huh?
Why? Which part? How do you mean, sir?
No, they just to a bigger cast. No. We're trying to pop into every person's journey. Yeah.
Wachana na hiyo ya.
Ile yangu ile ya kwanza. Ile inangoja bado kikombe yangu. Ulipa kikombe? Kuna zawadi nangoja bado. Being the first person in the interview, man.
Yes, the first guest.
Yeah, it was ulikuwa umenikiza baridi, The moment I think that night before the interview, ulikuwa unajua nataka nini. Then when you told me like you're doing a research, I was scared for.
Okay, you are nataka kwenda kwa
every man kuna kasiri moja yenye ujika kama wanajua. So
yes.
Yeah, so but it was an interesting conversation.
Yes.
When I rewatch that kind of that
series.
Initially watch I think mara kadhaa.
Yes.
Kuna very, very interesting bit.
Yeah.
Wanaenda confirm nilijieleza.
Ilifikia mzazi?
Ilifika.
And what did she have to say?
The funny thing, most of my fans ama most of my people wanakonga mabishana mama yangu.
Right. Yes.
So everything. Hata zama wanafanya zile promo zote. Wanamuoneshanga my TikTok yote. I don't know if she's in TikTok or not.
But somehow
all my videos ameona zote.
Amazing.
Unadance bwana aje.
Okay, Mr. Krox, welcome.
Thank you.
Commentary episode. It's been a minute, bwana, since you did the last episode.
Yeah.
Umetuanulia pamba safi kidogo. You gotta make up kidogo for the pod, yeah?
Yeah, pick up pamba.
Nigga ameamua ku show up and stand all the way down, man. Sijui tuanze ile mambo ya bina, pia si tuanze kuonyesha shuge mama nini bwana.
Ama mlimwambia you never know who's watching.
Yes. Wait, what?
Say less.
Wacha ibaki ambiguous hivyo.
Yeah.
All right.
So thank you so much. Thank you. Me, I'm always excited when I get an opportunity to come back here.
Yes.
And just be a part of this. I always like watching myself, and then
it's nice to watch yourself, I guess.
Yeah, and then
people just self-absorbed.
Yeah, man. People don't watch much.
No, people do.
Yeah.
The 10, 20, 30, 40.
It's a number.
It's a number.
So thank you.
Yeah, so wacha tuanze na Opash. Nini mzuri kwa maisha yako bana? Unajua wewe ndio mgeni, lazima tukupatie attention yote bana. Si wengine ni wenyeji bana. What have you been up to since the last time we were here? Let's say incoming. That was like November last year, right?
Yes. Unajua one of the things I'm in the creative support industry, na support wase, yeah. So nimekuwa nafanya issue ya Amchose. We were talking about it juzi. So for the last 1 month nimekuwa hapo. Actually I've realized since last year August.
Yes.
I can't remember the last time I've just been home for a whole day. roaming hapa na pale. So after the incoming, I did the drama festivals. Of course, there were a couple of events in between the month of November and December. Then I did the drama festivals. I was doing a school in Sironga and Bungoma, so it was too much for me. Then after that, nimeruka kwa hii show ya Amchose. Man, imekuwa noma. And actually, the show ya Amchose is a different experience. I was telling Joel. I had to work with people who have not done theater entirely. You know, ni kama now going back to training a grade 3, 4, 5 person on the basic knowledge ya theater. So it's more engaging than hiyo ingine. So nimekuwa nikifanya the Amchose live, and of course my same hustles wanafanya zile ziko tu za mtaa.
Okay. Amazing.
Alafu nimeona man, nimeweka pima juzi weight bana.
What are you weighing now?
Man.
Bora hujapiga 100. Bora hujapita 100 iko sawa.
Niko juu ya 100. I'm a big man bana. Mimi ni mzito bana.
Bwana, ukilalia mtoto wa wenyewe bwana atapungua kweli bwana.
Funny thing about Ochiwaki hivyo.
Okay.
Yeah, so nimekuwa big, but I'm not too heavy. So the funny thing to hapo juu ya so nifanye mwanzo hivi vitu niende.
Hiyo mazoezi ya hii timu yenu mnaitanga aje hiyo wazee ya uwanja ndege?
Sasa sio consistent nayo.
Ama you're not part of Umri?
I'm part of it, but sasa sijakuwa consistent nayo. I need to go back to it. Nataka upige zoezi.
What are you consistent with, Mr. Opash? Najua wewe inabidi ama nianze kufanya research
kutafuta pesa.
Consider with the hustle.
Consider with the hustle.
Nimefika miaka najua sasa hivi, I think of all the things apart from good health, maze do is very very important.
Yes.
So hiyo tu amka asubuhi, undeo chuani, undeo so.
Yes.
Mpaka tufike hiyo mita.
Louder for the people at the back. You're preaching to the choir here, man. Nice. Mr. Krox, na wewe? What have you been up to this past week? I don't know.
It's not even past week because we've done this so many times. Maybe now for Opash, but I've just been doing this the past week. Man, what have I...
in the chop room.
The chop room, just been editing, man. Like our life lately.
Yes, revolves around the podcast.
Just revolves around the podcast, creating, editing, doing it again. However, this month, the beginning was my birthday, so yeah, man. Niko birthday month. Just enjoying my time, really. Evil too. So that's what's up.
Interesting, man. I don't realize that. Akili kupeleka kwa lunch.
But unaona pia hiyo editing kupeleka vibaya. Atumbo kamekuja kuja.
So unlike Opash. I can't fat shame myself.
No, must see what we're seeing, it's different. Sika imagine unaweza kuwa na kitambi.
But the chop room is treating him well.
I don't think it's that.
There's evidence.
But there's something else you're doing
in my I don't want to talk about my weight, but now that you brought it up,
if you don't talk about your weight, we'll talk about your legs.
Yeah, let's talk about my weight. Even inside joke. Jola joke also the legs thing, inside joke. But yeah, man, and I find it frustrating. I think in the last 6 months, I had a little bit of weight. I had 2 kilos actually, not too much, 2 kgs. But it's, it's so visual, man. And
the 2 kgs?
Yeah, the 2 kgs. The 2 kgs show. So I'm wondering, what if it was 10 or 15?
Yeah.
But I think, man, I've been just sitting a lot more, maybe than I've ever sat in my life. I'm defined kwa desk environment a lot. Riding more.
That's the culprit, way.
In fact, it could be.
Or riding less. More. Are you riding more and riding less?
No, I've been riding more, nimerealize because hapo nyuma man Futsubishi bro. I was kidogo tu umefika juu saa 8 boop umehit steps. So but squeeze I have to put in effort to hit hizo steps za daily.
Okay.
So it's a problem. I think about it a lot. I tried to get back into a running routine. Then both my kids started school. Your morning ikakuwa thrown into man, nikasema kuwa na school going children na change morning routine yao kabisa. And so I don't really own that morning, especially from around 5:30 mpaka 8. And so I'm hopefully ndakuwa na solution soon.
Yeah. Okay, amazing. Speaking of this routine, morning routine, bana, for me to show up on the track at inapunguza uzito bana. Forces me to wake up at 4:30 bana, and lately your commitment bana imekuwa imedidimia sana bana.
So what's your excuse?
See, I'm just lazy and busy. I don't know what's up with me this year. I'm not just exercising as much as I used to. Niko na calendar pale, niko na tick every time so that I see visually the results of me working out, but rekegwire bwana. The results are bad bwana.
Unakuja kimbia?
Sikimbi. I'm not running as much.
Uko tu in good shape.
Bana yako in good shape.
Kuna shape kisha peak hata kama like you become lazy for a minute bado.
But the one thing I've not stopped yet, need the routine at least just start
or doing like press
ups in the morning.
No, me I lost my body bana.
So that one I've not lost.
Yeah,
but me I lost my body. I used to have these 6 packs and stuff. So.
Yeah, I used to be lean pia, slender.
Uko sawa. Hata ukiruka mwezi 6 bila kupiga zoezi bado.
Jana nilikuwa I was with him. So I was taking a selfie, man. It's a weird thing, let me just say it. First of all, no homo. So I'm taking a selfie, man. I love this gentleman kunyuma yangu, man. So sijua najiangalia then kamuona.
Washangao nani?
Nikageuka kuona msee and I look so lean, man. What's going on? Saying, yeah, no, he just some muscle up, lean tummy, lean legs. Kasema, well, okay.
Mzamejilinda vizuri.
Mzamejilinda man. And then so if I have to tell him lazima niseme naona you can just
bila kuleta ajenda nyingine.
We are doing naona. Simbaya. Oh man. Because it can be weird telling another guy, hey, unakaa poa.
Yeah. You know, no.
So funny, unataka kunibaliza.
But actually, mazai ulijaribu kusema. Some of us we don't say it.
You don't
pass, man.
I think tumekuwa locked up in the same ecosystem for too long. So at least kuna hiyo brother imeongezeka, so hiyo ceiling hakuna, ama hiyo thing imepunguka kidogo.
So imagine like just telling a random person
kae bana.
Unaweza kuinvestigate.
So now that the pleasantries are out of the way, this month bana, kwanza this Sunday is gonna be Father's Day. Sijui watu kwa maisha yenu wanaenda kwa celebrate kama wababa ama mmepangiwa kitu, ama hiyo ni sisi kama wanaume ni kujikaza tu kama kawaida yetu.
Kujikaza is another meme. Leo wife alikuwa amepost ati me being treated as a meme that she's done should be celebrated on Father's Day. Because she's the one
who made you a father.
Who made me a father. This came in consideration meme. But sound I like to. What do you mean you're the ones? But yeah. How about you? Do you think utakuwa celebrated by anyone?
Man, the best you can receive is a message, man.
Yeah. And we're okay with that actually.
The best you can receive is a message, and happy Father's Day.
Yeah.
So till then, for plus, job here, our product but ni wadogo, unaona. So you don't expect much from them, unaona. So we're just friends who have seen you being a father.
Right.
Could it be possibly that a situation of the seeds we've sown as the ones we are reaping, maybe we are not celebrating the women in our lives, so now they are not equally celebrating us? Is it such a possible dynamic?
It could be. Although pia mimi I think Father's Day ilianza kuwa serious in my life. It's not more than 6 years now. The Father's Day, Mother's Day just used to show up. And I think they used to say in church, today is Mother's Day, and it used to be a thing. But in my household, I don't think I celebrate Mother's Day. Even as an adult. So just 6 years ago, ndo tukaanza kuwa forced. And then that even my father would give us an earful. Mama yenyu atamwezi fanya kitu nini. So we'd try and do something, chores, nini kupika. But in hindsight, I don't think really grow up to celebrate Father's Day na Mother's Day. Wazungu tu wame to infect na social media.
I think social media ndio hiyo pressure. Unajua nime notice hata sometimes unaonanga some people wanna post because they've seen people post about this particular day, unaona. So I think the effect ni after the massive empowerment social media ni ufanya.
Right,
hata mimi I don't remember ikiambia mzazi ya Father's Day ama any kind of engagement or celebration at home at Father's Day. Kuna mganga was shule na pura kunywa soda and that's it.
And do you think you're reaping your own the seeds that you've sown?
Possibly, yes.
You go on Father's Day?
No, seeds the question was the seeds we have sown by not telling our wives Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah.
So back right at you.
Yeah. But mi kuna time nilikuwa naikwa vizuri kabla mambo iende zekebunege. Kuna time ningebekewa kakitu mama ningebekewa hata something else.
That's nice.
Right now, I don't know, it's work in progress. Maybe there's in my current relationships just celebrate Father's Day mingi. Wacha tuone hii labda kuna surprise nataka kujinx hapo hivi bwana nijichomelee mwenyewe bwana.
So is it for the kids? Are you making the kids celebrate your money for your person?
So you see, when the kids are young, it becomes difficult for them to be able to like articulate these things. But see, how do they know that father needs to be celebrated? They need to see the woman in your life celebrating you for being an amazing father to them. So that's where the seeds are picked. Otherwise, sasa watajua aje. So that's why hiyo swali na hiyo ndo touch point ya kwanza. Ni sisi tulijiroga kwa
tumejiroga hapo.
Kwa kutowafanyia ile kitu or what?
Mi hata kuna one time just maybe 2 years ago niliulizwa kwani mimi si celebrate Mother's Day? Nikamwambia bana mimi na mama. When you wife, it was a bad thing to say.
Udogo na akili disconnect.
Honestly, I figured. I did figure, and not just sure. I think she was so hurt because she felt Mazee is just struggled.
Were kids in the mix? Were in the family?
Yeah, I had a small kid. I had one small boy, and the circumstance here, the boy kuzaliwa, those who know the story, was a bit tough on the lady, so she felt like, I deserve some flowers.
Obviously, yes.
But I figured, you're not my mom. Yeah, I have a mom to celebrate, and plus, who are you to bring it up? So it was a big deal. It was a beef. She was mad. So moving onwards, the next year, I learned my lesson.
Kujipanga.
Jipanga. I say it. I try to.
You post.
I post. Because I'll be asked, hata sijapostiwa, Mother's Day imeisha. Why is it a big deal? But yeah.
But I think that most people wanakuwa caught in that crossroad. You have to celebrate your mother and then the mother of your children.
And then the mother of your children.
And actually think wase wengi
who deserves
kuna lako one side
so who deserves to be celebrated on Mother's Day?
I'm learning from your mistakes. But imagine ukijipata hapo and you want to you have a budget.
Yes.
Unaona? Nataka celebrate Mother's Day. Kuna possibility kidogo, kuna unatuma pesa mingi na nyingine kama you're supposed to send money or flowers or a gift. So I think it's a thing for almost everyone. Unless
that's interesting too. Something interesting. I tried to pose this question to Mr. Joel. Tulikuwa na bonga somewhere in the week or before. Then I tried to say that some of the reasons why men who are to show up is because sometimes men are broke. And then I think it's not true. Yeah, but I could imagine sometimes you can think, hey man, flowers, chocolates, dress.
Vitu mingi.
Hey.
So I think the genesis of that conversation was when we were trying to look for fathers who have a profile, right?
Yeah.
Is that conversation?
Yes.
So Opash, background kidogo, when we were trying to find a potential commentary guest, we started just not scanning, like using a computer or anything, like just thinking about those people in this town who are fathers, but who are also loud about being fathers. By loud being means that you put your kid out there on social media. Like you have to put a public timestamp that you see, if you love your kid so passionately, we can't know if it's just in your house. Si atuishi na wewe, no. So the only way we know you love your son so much or your daughter so much is when you occasionally mine a birthday, occasionally dribble ball fiti, umerekod, umekapale kwa mtandao. That's now sisi maanko wa mtandao tunasema Opasha na anapenda mtoto wake. So when we were scanning the internet, we were like, hey man, hivi ngoma watu wapende watoto wao bwana.
They're no public fathers.
They're no public fathers.
But who do you know?
So the list we came up with was me, this gentleman John here, you, and we added Hoja for the mix.
There's Ras.
And then Ras. But Ras has already been here for last season. So now we left Ras out of the picture. So other than those ones, you think of anyone you know who possibly is also loud about this fatherhood journey and is also like kind of encourages.
But then the list is limited.
There's a time Masibai was kind of doing it.
Masibai kuna siku zake actually is uyeweka.
Okay.
Uyeweka.
For a minute then and lately nika bundles liisha. I don't know, I'm not sure. I've not seen him do it.
That, yeah.
Actually most people within Bungoma, they don't put it out there.
Most fathers.
So John was positing that there is a possibility that maybe the hawana pesa. I was like, what has money got to do with you just celebrating something minor that your son has done? And in a public way that hata mtoto wako akipitia timeline yako baadaye hata kama hauko atasema kumbe hivi ndo babangu alikuwa ananipenda hivi or something.
But so funny thing najua some of these memories they will only stabaki, of course, you give it to the kid mwenye akumbuke. But you understand the power of recording and documenting. It's also a beautiful thing. Me, there's a video I did with my kid kwa TikTok. It's a challenge TikTok.
I think I saw it.
Akona auntie yake kwa majuu and stuff. Alikuwa mwana video kuna daddy and like the entire family from the mother side walikuwa every time they make a phone call mwana video kuna daddy and imembamba yani.
Nice.
And every time we talk on phone is like do you have another challenge we can do together?
What?
No. Anapenda sana. So every time naangalia kana nimebookmark some things like mwanaume kwa TikTok. But pia kuna zile za mtoi kuja tufanye, of course kuna the issue of timelines. So I think the documenting thing to record what and giving out there is just to capture the memories that you have with your kids. It's a beautiful thing, man.
It's a beautiful thing.
Na sometimes unapata kama hizi phones zetu wazinapotea, you lose data. So sometimes post kwa Instagram or something, you can retrieve it later.
Yes. Na immortalize on a digital space.
What do you have to say about people who come up with the imagination that I am a private person and I can't showcase blah blah blah? What do you have to say about people who come up with that kind of argument against?
It's a whole conversation.
Yes.
I mean, I feel of course.
Do you think it's warranted?
Yeah, it is. Kuna wasenye wana justify why they do that. It makes sense. It makes sense.
Make it make sense,
especially for posting your children tutumie hiyo kwa the private person.
The issue of security, of course. I think it's an issue. So what has been happening in Nairobi some few months ago, a lot of kidnapping out stuff. Someone can actually use the video to convince mtoi so mtu mdogo below the age of 5 kadhalika. But kuna some people are not just confident kuweka their life out there. Hata their own personal pictures. I have my friends wenye hata picha yake mwenyewe ukiangalia phone yake mazee have some very very beautiful photos. I mean ako wametembea. I have friends who kuna beshte yangu mmoja, this guy travels a lot, like a lot every weekend. Kuna job ingine ngumu sana, but you'll never see him post a picture or a video of himself having fun out there. Never. Yana posting two memes. Memes na repost even. So kuna a group of people who actually believe in the matter of confidentiality and not posting their life out there. So it goes through back to you. But it's a whole conversation. Kila mtu akona their own opinion why they do that. But for some of us,
So I think when in our private conversation, John gave this type of argument, and my counter was, fine, but you realize when conversations about fatherhood are being had, you will not be considered as one of those people who cannot speak about it. Say, for example, when we are considering Arsenal fans in this town.
Yes.
You realize kukuwa na panel pahali tutakuwa consider wa kwanza. Why? Because you have a public record of celebrating the highs, the lows with Arsenal. So same as fatherhood, like for example, you cannot wake up and say that I'm a marriage pandit, ama mimi ndo naweza commentate about marriage.
Na hujawahi toa maoni.
Atuoni
struggles zako ama successes zako za marriage ukiziweka public.
But you know someone will argue, Joel.
Yes.
There are so many things we do in life that you don't put out there.
Sure.
So you wish go to this part of your life out there. They will argue like that. Like your contribution to your family and your success in life. They don't put you out there. So they will argue, there's so many aspects of my life and I don't put out there. So why should I just pick this particular aspect and put it out there? It's a whole conversation.
Right,
So in a depend, I'm saying, if you're comfortable sharing your moments na mtu wako all day, let's go for it.
Fair. One last one. You see, these are conversation, and it actually just went exactly the way it went. Final push. So from year 1, 2, 3 paka sijui wapi, nothing. Very private person. Si postingi. And then mtoto anakuwa number 2 KCSE Bungoma County. I'm thanking God Almighty umeweka mtoto hapo na mapicha zako. So privacy imeenda wapi yangu?
Or graduation.
So the two things. So Johnny, two things. Maybe but I'll simplify people. Two things. Is that actually what you're saying, what you're trying to mean,
Yes.
But pia inaweza kuwa unajua kuna vitu I can't post kwa social media. It's a whole journey, it's a whole transition. I'll post then I'll natoa.
So you're just insecure. It's your own insecurity.
Insecure. So I post before finye send na acha nayo. But again one day I wake up and just post it. So it's actually the same journey the guy is going through. No. Like
graduation I post.
Ina maswali mingi.
Graduation ni like check me out.
Alafu of course kuna those major, okay, we can argue about this one, but kuna those major milestones kwa life ya mtoi yenye you don't mind sana. Kuna ingine watakuza maswali, but hii graduation, birthday, kuna wase wa mind hizo milestones za life hizo wanaeka. Graduation, circumcision.
Look, I think I'm right there. I don't mind posting birthdays and especially birthdays. I mean, post you, but
that's as much as it goes, man.
Yeah, I mean, but other things I'm like,
if your kid is involved in any other amazing thing, totally put it out there, man. Like, I mean, it's all fair and square. Like this argument, your privacy, it works. It's a double-edged sword. For example, when you're saying if a kid gets kidnapped or something, if you use that example, mtoto ni wako peke yako na watu wenye wanamjua kwa familia, huku nje akipatikana pahali sana na ataona aseme ni mtu Opash. So if you actually on a bit of like a public profile, like ukiona mtoto kama huyo pahali, the recognizability is a bit even higher. So this is just there's arguments for and against, but hey man, to each his own, and let's see. But in a situation whereby you're forced to have a conversation, you will not be considered by the way.
And I think when you come to security, I think the security thing works for both sides. Mtu wako kujulikana kama mtu wa Joel, unaona, it's also a form of security. Unaona, yeye mtu yake potea pale chao.
We know him.
Wewe mtaka kwa hapo bwana, what's up na kuletee. I think the same way na kitambo tulikuwa unaenda kwa barabara na umefanya makosa na
the community knows.
Piga mgongo za Jori mtu wa Mukoma.
Kwa sababu pale community yenye mnajuana nyinyi wote kwa ile community. And now the community has gotten bigger.
So it's a double edge, umesema hivyo, double sword.
I'm curious, have you ever not had that worry ya pedophiles na what did you say that thing was when they kidnapping? Because I think me have legit had that worry before, not a big way, but just wondering, hey, what if msawa boda aende then aende
msawa boda mgani basi?
So you never take that risk.
All the border people who are handling my kids are pre-approved, man.
You know them.
They know them. They're actually like itakuwa ni ule jamaa, like even I have to go to the school and introduce them. This is the guy who's gonna handle my kid.
So for me, I think I've had that thought, especially even after church, and I'd make sure that I have my children after church when they were a bit younger. So they can think and they know faces. But when they were a bit younger, I would just get worried. What if, because they were very friendly, and they would run to this auntie, this uncle, and then want to disappear from your eyes for 5 minutes. So there was that fear. What if I ended too? Or they get kidnapped. So I think I've had that thought. But then haishikani na social media.
Me pia nilikuwa na same thought, I think this last holiday. So my kid came over for the holiday. So the first few weeks nikampeleka kwa hii football academy. Nilikuwa nampeleka kila siku. Inaogopa man. Kumexpose peke yake. I know the boys ampeleka nini. Then so I think the boy is growing up, so unataka some freedom and independence. So it's like that's unaona watu wengine wanaponga doa na wanakuja peke yao.
He asked for the freedom.
So I actually someone kapea boda namjua nini. So let me try actually. So nikamwambia shika hii doa inyako ice cream, then ni yako transport kimaliza utanini. Mazio siku mazili ilikuwa ni ku maternity. Wow. Pigia coach maliza. ametoka. So say kuinteract mtoi direct, so I actually trust na the entire thing, but me the coach
kando
na manage dirisha na angalia pikipiki kitokelezea. And actually for me I was scared, like actually nimesema what if so boda enda kiendanga, what first of all what right the mother.
Hiyo maswali ni ngumu.
Bro, hiyo swali wezi
since naishi tao kidogo nimeanza hata kumtuma super.
Ashike.
Yes, it kind of freaks me out, but still like but when we were young ourselves we used to go. So I'm wondering why are we such a scared generation? Like why are we more scared than we were with our parents? I mean the world has gotten more fucked up,
and the world has gotten. We don't know people. It used to be a village. It used to be a big village. You know everyone in the village.
Uncle, it's a family. It's a whole family.
But right now,
we mix. Wametoka huko nje.
Apartment nini, you don't know people.
Hispania wako hapo pia wako. Huko ni kwao pia.
Right. Alafu of course pia unajua pia the psychology of money. Unapata hiyo mambo ya organ trafficking nini jua bana,
mambo imekuwa mengi
jua. And of course the easiest target ni mtoi. The easiest target kwa nini ni mtoi, then watu wanawake ama women. So ukitaka kidnap ya kula mangumi hata kama endangi gym hivyo ushike huyu kuja watu 17 kwanza. But watu hiyo na convince wanga na small things, gifts,
and it's easy to entice them. So watu stay paranoid bado. All right.
I think what was stay too paranoid. You have to just stay paranoid, especially in this generation. In this dispensation in that we exist right now. People just have to stay paranoid.
The one thing on that conversation that I'm not really eager or I'm not accommodative of is the conversation of opening social media accounts for kids.
Okay.
You don't know, man.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Me, I'm totally.
Proponent,
I have social media accounts, but they are private pages, and then me and the mother the only ones who follow it. But for us we find it valuable.
So you see yours is almost like an online gallery.
It's an online gallery,
which is kind of fine. What I'm saying is those children accounts, so ni mama amepost, look at me, I'm eating ice cream.
I know what you mean.
It's not the kid posting, it's the mom now posting on the behalf of the kid.
Mom ni SMM.
I'm just like,
what's the concept, like
the concept for us was as we understand that we live in a digital generation, as we have phones, we take our phone pictures digitally, we take our pictures on the phones, and so there's Google Photos, and then there's Instagram. So one of the things that we did immediately, even for us, our relationship, now you see this thinking starts early on. The relationship with me and the wife eventually we opened an Instagram page for ourselves. And we were taking selfies and posting on that page. It was private.
Cream and Peach, right?
Cream and Peach. So Cream and Peach, the original one. There are two of them. And so we would post pictures of ourselves.
Why are you laughing?
No.
And I say, it's true, I've done it for him. As a gangster point.
Miss me Russian.
It's a gangster point. Anyway, so that's where the thinking starts. And so we take pictures and find so much value because like we are growing and we have a gallery of ourselves. So the next thing we did, we formed the Cream and Peach one. But what that happened, it gave us a free Gmail. So we started dumping pictures because we would have just kawaida Samsung phones, not nice phones, but we dump our pictures on the Google Photos. So when the children came, we opened the emails, as separate ones. And so the email was to have that Google, because we would see the value of the Google Photos thing, even for ourselves. And say, in 2016, hapa tulikuwa sijui wapi. Oh, what? Tulifanya poa to take these pictures. So like we're going to transfer all the random daily pictures we take of our children to their Google Photos. And then the way we're thinking is when they grow up, the way we tulikuwa to get handed a physical album, us will hand them the email. And
so the idea is like
we'd hand it over. Now it's their pictures. We collected pictures for them. So it's really cool. Actually, right now we have a lot of pictures for them ever since they were born. Day one, just random days, kuzakulia, kupoop. It's so amazing. And I think since we live in a digital first generation, we should probably consider that. So regardless of gangster points.
Until you mentioned the story, the photo album, it wasn't making sense to me. But imagine now, the whole idea of chakwa kubwa na hand over because ideally unajua they are to visualize vitu na season tofauti.
It doesn't matter. Me, my bro, I lost my photo album. Unfortunately, man, I lost my photo album just after Campo when I was trying to move house. Someone stole. I'm saying there's a bag. I digress, but I lost it. However, 2 of my brothers have their photo albums from around day 2, day 3 when they were born. Kina Made, they would take pictures when they were they put in that thing like a sleeve. And so now when you talk about it, it's so beautiful because I'm like, I know it's a small album. Maybe it has just 100 pictures only, but I can see your story. I can see this how you were born. And now, so my bro and I own, and my album yangu. But the person when I own growing up is the mother. Like, hey, check your album yangu. And so we'll talk about the specialness of the album, which is a responsibility for the children, the parents, who create this album, this memories.
Chronicle, yes.
Yeah, and then when you hand them over, whether they don't appreciate you or not, you did your part to chronicle their lives.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
makes sense.
There's no argument there, especially if it's just like something that you go a bit intimate and away from the public profile. But I've seen the counter argument of doing that. You have to understand where people are coming from. Like if size 8 or the Wajizas are putting their kids out there is to give them a head start. Or the Bahatis is to give them a head start in this influencer business. So like now is now a child prodigy influence as well. Kama kuna products za watoi unapata kato whatever. So the kids start earning young.
For their likeness.
For the image and likeness.
Like that room to your size 8. Alikuwa kwa ile at the Star Soft, I think.
Pesa uko showing ya kids, yes, nabaki kwa wale kwa account.
So does it matter? Because mtoto anajisaidia kujilea, unaona. So mental health ya mtoi, maybe I don't know how they are guided into this whole thing, the exposure to such amount of nini at a young age, because we've seen those experiments like Home Alone,
the kid, the Macaulay
child.
Macaulay Culkin.
This we've been proved wrong in our lifetime that this exposure to stardom early has major ramifications. So you don't need to poke the bear, man. Just let the kids be kids. Let's just have fun, no pressure, because this thing comes with a lot of pressure.
Even the kids from Machachari.
Yes. Those ones as well. Anyway, moving on. What other issue surrounding fatherhood in terms of raising your children? What are you insecure most about being a father? Kitu gani hivi unaangalia unasema bwana hii hesabu ya kuwa mzazi baba what are you most insecure about? Mgeni
go first.
Unfiltered. Ulisema last time huko umefungua pipe vizuri. Don't hold back this time.
Ile tutakuwa mimi na wewe tofauti. So I think the most insecure thing about being a father just visualizing vile mtu wako
this is a safe space.
I think to visualize to mtu wako ata grow and the kind of person atakuwa. Actually if you being a good role model unaona, because unajua seka mimi I'm used to a lot of cussing words. No, kuna language unatumia sana. So nilikuwa na mtoi I have to be very very careful the way I talk. And the way I behave. Because mtu wangu ni boy. Nataka aone a particular thing. Sometimes hata kwa nyumba naonga niko peke yangu, I'm just lazy. I'm just a lazy person. No, vyombo ndacha zikae hata
really funny.
zikae siku kama 3 zishughulikia. Because niko solo man. No. Yeah, but when the boy is around, man, you have to make sure he's watching everything you're doing. Mamuka umsha vyombo. Unaona. Sometimes I don't have to like unaona. Aone kuzunataka I pick that particular kind of character. So I think the biggest fear is, as much as you have a big impact as a father on Toi, the way you talk to him, interact to him, na kadhalika, ni now atachukua lane gani? I think that's the only biggest fear.
What do you mean? Like which career he gets to do?
It's a whole thing. You understand?
No, like, if I'm getting you right, like I'm trying to. If I'm getting you right, what you're saying is, if I'm paraphrasing you, that wewe venye uko, sasa ina tabia zako mbaya, mtoto wako asikuja akakufuata na hizo.
Sina tabia mbaya basi. Sina tabia mbaya basi. Kuna vitu more about to.
No, but I'm just like
exactly.
Cheeky with my words.
So kuna so many things about actually.
Kama hiyo kulikuwa lazy kutoosha.
Unaona. Alafu maybe akwata mtu wa bonnet. So there's so many things. This is a whole.
Why didn't you lead with that? Because that's a major insecurity. That's a major insecurity.
No, see the example, man. There's so many things. So many things, man. Mimi nilikuwa kijana, I remember my dad alikuwa ananikataza, but I kept on doing them. I used to sneak out from shule kwenda kuona ball. There was so many indisciplined cases. I've also sat down in a group of people planning to strike. I don't think that things my father will appreciate. I don't think I can pay that direction. And actually this thing can turn into a worse direction. I used to fight a lot in high school. A lot, actually fight a lot in high school. Piga watu wako faint. I don't think my father would appreciate. Piga mtu akakufa bana, man next to go prison.
Right.
So you understand, like you want your kid to be in this kind of a person, but of course there's a whole other environment that also influence the way he's growing up. There's the mother, there's the other family members, there's school, there's the church, there's the other community members, there's politics. There's so many things. So you want to make sure that you pick a bigger percentage so that akweki untaka kwe. Talent wise. As much as skills. Because I see some people wenye, me I would love my son to have a talent. Something yanapenda. Kuna group of my friends wenye they have not done anything in terms of talent wise. Hawana vitabu na kazi. So
and you feel like we lose out somehow.
Man, because you need to get a balance. So kitukai, that's the biggest fear me wanakuwa nayo.
Wow. Interesting. Now that you're speaking, I was going to go with money, and then the more you're speaking, it's like, it's not cash. But in the past, I think a lot of what has driven me, my insecurity is like, what if I don't have enough to take care of them in future? What if I'm unable to pay for their high school, university, the kind of, is it like if I'm unable to cash out? Give them the lifestyle that there is. It's a major insecurity. What if they never get to go and experience something? So it used to be that. But the more you're speaking, I think I'm more like you. There's things, there are ways I would love them to turn out in this world. Obviously not gay, I can say it, I hope. That's just, I think, like, if we raise straight men, creative men, and then I would love to raise men who can actually contribute to the society. So not lazy people, and definitely I picked something from Joel Flash. It's a different conversation inside the conversation, but nakwambia too, it inspired me a lot and made me realize niko na insecurities, that sometimes when you don't put your children in an environment where they get to learn discipline, so sports, for example, I'm learning an instrument, something that teaches you have to be disciplined for you to learn this skill, they might not be serious individuals in future.
That's true.
And so that just freaks me out, that they just waste their life. Wakifika 18, 19, 21, 28, just throw it all away. I think I would have wasted their childhood in giving them just discipline, endurance, just staying in the gray area mpaka vitu ziwork. If I'm a hope, just them being hopeful that I know things will work out, even if they're very ambiguous right now. If I'm an older man and then they all turn out to be degenerates, I'd feel like maybe I wasted their childhood. So I think about that sometimes.
Just to add on what unasema, I think mimi nilikuwa na you fear umesema ya not to be able to give my kids the kind of life I want them to have. No. Because hata kuna scenarios they ask you for things,
man,
then unaangalia account balance, angalia pesa. So this is an example, like in the future as they go older, of course, demands are kubwa.
Provision, yes.
So will you be able to match up the level of demands you're talking about? It's a big thing. It's a big thing. Yeah. But then you have to put your kids kwa activity ambayo itafunza discipline, because actually we peke yako uta manage.
Right, yeah.
To manage. And actually, that mean an example. I love giving this example. There's this Griffin Academy. Ilikupeleka mtu mara ya kwanza huko. He actually alikuwa analia, like alimwara kidogo, and like
Griffin Academy is the school?
It's a football academy.
Okay.
Run by kina nani?
hapa Bungoma.
Hapa Bungoma.
Pale uwanja.
Yeah. Okay. So the first time tu alienda huko kidogo alimpush kidogo hada naona. And he was like, I want to go back to my dad. Naona.
What, yeah.
And then the guy called me like, hey, mtu yako nini bana? Nikamwambia unajua. Bora you're not being biased in a way. No. Way is Kuma because I loves football. I've seen him play football. He's a good footballer. And I want him I pay attention kidogo ndio mimi nachagua baadaye. No. So push kidogo. And actually later days liona hakuna issue. Unaona hata mara kwanza kwenda football ilikuwa inanisumbua sana. Hizi anasumbua kwa nyumba kiatu anachokia tu moja peke pale nje arudie socks moja like kama he doesn't want to do it. Right. Then I think when he now alikuwa incorporating the whole system. Unaona na feel tu nafika anakuambia bana nenda game leo siendi game. So I think it's a good thing. You have to put your kids in this kind of activity in terms of discipline, time management and all the concept of discipline around that activity. That it can as apply in real life.
Bana mnaamua kujibu swali
sasa bana. No, but what is the next question? You should take a stab at that question.
Yes. I am gonna, but I'm just taking note of the fact that the next question was gonna be how are you guys teaching your children adversity? Okay, then but how kujibu hiyo ya insecurities zenu paka na adversity. I'll take it. Myself, valid points gentlemen Mereza regarding story na kid turning out fucked up, screwy, degenerate or something shit like that. Obviously no one wants. There's ceteris paribus, man. Let's just think that in a perfect world Toyota Kefiti, we want that. Everyone wants that. Story of provision, me at some point I think let me just say I'm putting in the work. So hiyo ijakuwa ikinisumbua sana.
You've been rich for a while.
Shut up.
Account balance bado si iko sawa. Inapea confidence.
Shut the hell up. Tafanya wanikujie wala. Kare. So no, the issue na provision hasn't really been an insecurity for me. Yes, there is, you can never really have enough. Especially in comparison to if you right now if my little girl makes me insecure like you keeps telling me mbona tuna gari kubwa unaona. So if I was to think if I wasn't insecure about my level of provision I would feel insecure. But me najua hawalali njaa. They will never miss a roof over their head. They will never miss school. They don't have to go to like an international school if my economics allow me to then fair and square. But now what would be like a baseline insecurity for me is that I've put my life on the line to create whatever these things I'm trying to create. So my biggest insecurity is actually hinged on the transmission. Can we get to a point where I want to transmit this to the next generation? They're like, the new edition helped you. Nah, inanitisha.
Who asked you?
See, I want to go dance ballet. I want to go be a YouTuber. Kucheza mahali commentate about anime like
stream kukua gamer.
I'm a streamer,
You want to feel Joel and one a lot of indie movies.
So that I will not lie to you. No, movies za kindi nimeona zote ni courtesy of you. Kuna kindi nimeona unaona. Hata the moment nilijaribu kujifanya kidogo after tumeacha kuuza movies.
I've seen that thing in movies. My
more Indian movies especially India.
Indian movies. Because like, father is very very rich and he has this corporate business a company and he want to transition na force mtoi ni aje go do this particular course. No, so that you can endless a legacy. Mtoi must be in love. Or rather kuja msambale man. So some crazy talent yenye unajua hapa man ina float.
And also you know the messed up part most times most children who come from privileged backgrounds feel safety to experiment with their lives. So you'd find someone who comes from a bit of a privileged background be like, why can't I try to become a painter? I don't have to go but then why can't I be a streamer?
And actually I think now I think it's the whole background unaona. Wengi wanajaribu ku withdraw their kids from that space them to practice their creativity as a younger age unaona. So mtu yana mkubwa haja experience vitu fulani unaona. Watu kuna watu hii mimi naona hata kitambo wakati tulikuwa kijana bado narudisha maiko kwa gate it was easier to convince mtu msichana mwenye anamekwa gate kali unaona kufanya kitu kingine yoyote compare na mtu wa ghetto. Sika you get me point. Unaona cause mazi haja experience your stuff wengine unaona ukifaulu kutoa mtu wa gate kali umpeleke hapo kwa hiyo share center kwa ile kunia man this is the best experience she impaired and actually she will fall in love with you like man I've never seen this kind of things. Lakini wa ghetto hao wako disco matanga sijui nini so amekuwa out there mona hivi yote. So I think what Joel is saying pia the fact that most of us tuna withdraw away from that kind of life. So akifika hapo ana kama this is not what I want. I want something different. I want something itani
thrill.
Yes, exactly.
And after cheap thrill sasa.
Exactly.
So that's I would admit that's like one of my biggest insecurities regarding this whole fatherhood thing. How am I countering it? Personally, I think privately I've mentioned to you that you know when you try to be overbearing about it is the more you push them in the opposite direction. So niliamua tu kutumia badala ya stick natumia carrot. So just like try to trick them into like appreciating, loving what I do, seeing that it's actually of value, and then just hope and pray. But clench, man.
but the whole thing I think the sensitive moment ni ukifika your teenage age hapo. Hapo sasa ndio now you need to be practical about what you're saying. Ukifika age now sasa unataka hiyo freedom. Hapo sasa inakuwa sasa unafanya kidogo ama kwa
So I started early. The interest is there, at least for now. I've not veered off. The point of departure is we are not yet departed from the baseline yet. So even my son right now, when you ask him, what do you want to be when you grow up? I just want to be like my dad. I'm like, yay. For now. Because he's not figured it out. The girl wants to model, I think, probably like the mother. And, so it goes. But I'm not hinged on the sex per se. Like at lazima kijana ndio akuje I inherit mantle ya babake. I really don't care. Whoever is interested, whoever has the strength to handle this department or this aspect of my business, let them go with it. And I just hope that the interest is there so that all this does not go to vain, bana. It's taken me nimejinyima miondoko mingi bana ku build hii yote bana. Then to what end bana?
Create a trust
anyway.
Trust for who bana? Wachop too money.
Wachop. Me by the way, I'm like Joel. Me if my kid decide that we don't like whatever you are doing. Sawa.
Mwakia mkono.
It's okay, man. Go do whatever. Whatever it is. You want to stream. And so that's where hapo maybe niko different.
So me you can stream. I don't care if you want to stream. Just stream and come also make sure the business is running. You can have them, both of them, but what do you mean that you want to let a million, $1 billion, shilling investment to go down the drain? You just pop by once in a while, make sure shit is running properly, then you can go dance or whatever, man.
Be a TikTok at your age,
whatever thing that will be of essence in that time.
But I think the convo is we fall in almost 2, 3, 4 different generations. So I just job at that time maze tako generation taka nini. No. We say we make our own plans. Actually it's good to make our own plans. It's the best you can do as fathers. But
I like that. I like what you just
3 generations, man. Katikati yetu sisi not so yetu almost 4. 3 I think. So always job at the time they're growing up to that teenage age. What would be their thing? Unaona. At the time actually I noticed most of this Gen Z time flani. Kuna mabisi zangu wengi. Everybody wants to be a dancer, man. Kebza nataka dance too. So you will notice kuna like pattern to like you get a group of 100 boys man to dance. And actually unapata hata wa club ama kwa event there's one dance routine like the whole event. On a dance, one dance routine.
Such a millennial problem.
So I think the same conversation, the same thing. We don't know by that time when our kids wanafika hiyo prime nataka wafike. Kama they want the same thing we want, ama what the generation will demand from them. But it's a big insecurity, man. Kuna kazi hapo.
Robot trainers or something.
So for posterity, the question of adversity, now you guys are we gentlemen are raising our children in a little bit more of a, how do you call it? A bit of a privilege than we were raised. Kulikuwa na a bit of scarcity when we were being raised. So how are you teaching your children that sometimes akuangi man, because no one was paying for us to go to Griffin's Academy, man. No one was taking us to skating. Because my father, like, I've been asked several times, how you had to pesa ngapi? And then I'm just like, day 5K. Like, and I'm like, fucking hell, ningesema pesa ya ukweli wangenifanyia nini? Because I'm actually lying. I've discounted the price by almost like a third, man, and you guys are getting shocked. So if I actually told you how much the skate shoes actually cost, if I told you how much to go to a tournament, I'm a registration, like, how much it is. So we are raising our kids in a bit of privilege.
Was it for information? I bought a skate boot and I tumika.
Blame yourself like I blame myself.
Oh, the kid asked for it, man. Nakakalia, man. And it was on a birthday, on his birthday, man. Taka hii skate boot, man.
We went through that motion. Huh?
Yeah.
My son also asked, and then when the excitement got down, he was like, "Yeah, man." And I was like,
"Yeah, I did not spend 15K."
No, actually, he had his way.
Yeah.
And then now I don't know what changed. But then he didn't tell me. He went to his grandmother and told his grandmother, Ebu, ambia daddy, now I'm ready to go back to skating. I took him to training, wakakuwa tough on him, skate nini, akaanguka mara kadhaa, akachubuka. I was like, fuck this shit. Akahepa. So now, after some time, I think when he grew some kahunas, he was like, he didn't come to me directly, he went through his grandmother and told him, you can tell daddy I want to go back. I was so excited, bwana.
Really?
Day 20, and we've never missed practice ever since. It's stuck now. So in emotions too, we've all gone through the same. The little girl nimekataa kumnunulia viatu paka sasa iko za na hiyo na it won't stick. Hata nimestia pesa bure na mimi pesa kutupa bwana. So the question of adversity. How are you guys?
I go first. But
I'm just thinking of what Joel has said. But the issue of privileges. I think our parents or profile education is the only important thing. For us, it's a bit different. We've gone through the civilization and we understand it's not only education. There are so many things. So when you talk about that, think about in that line. Because actually our parents paid for education. They did pay for education.
They paid, that was their prepared.
But you're paying for education and you're also paying for the other things. So that's where now privilege clocks in, brother.
No, me, to be very honest, for me, it's still a learning process. Because my kids are still a bit young, and I want to do all these things that Nongea, teach them adversity, teach them discipline. But sometimes I think they're not ready for it. And sometimes they wear me out and I give in. And then I feel bad. For example, the patia phone thing. And then I know. Then shika simu or something. And then I regret it and want mapea simu. If I'm not strong enough to say for my no to be no, hapo mbele itakuwaje, and so I'd feel that way. But then sometimes, so it's a learning process. And their mom can be a bad cop and I just stand behind. Mama wako mtiaji, and that's it. But I really hope when naendelea ku do the parenting, I get better at I really want them to be disciplined young men. No. They can be, they can just watch TV all day. Right now the older one, Amanda Stories are PS, wants to play Roblox online, watches gameplays of Minecraft. Just I'm low-key wondering, hey, okay, I hope you won't turn out to be someone who does not do anything else apart from gaming. So that's a big fear for me. And I try Kadzia. Joel showed me how to put on the phone. There's a something called family link. Parental control. So me I have a 3-hour screen time. When you're done with the 3-hour screen time, no more. So it's a learning process for me. Hopefully soon nitakuwa mnoma more. But sometimes they win.
They are relentless motherfuckers, man. They keep pushing your boundaries all the time. So I understand.
I think we're same page tonight. You do things and then you don't evaluate, like, have I done the right thing? Like, so ni something too. No. Ni something. Kuna kwa hii era ya watu ipenda phone. Mtiana kwa phone the whole day. And you want to make sure you find a balance in
First
between.
of all, you want to make sure they're not watching bad things.
Yes.
Then second, you don't want them to have like 8 hours of screen time. No.
Yes. You also want to regulate what they're doing without them actually hating you. It's a whole thing. But me nilikam kurealize na huyu junior wangu nikaanza kuangalia other alternative things anapenda. So I kind of use that to break the patterns of the kind of things
like activities sasa.
So he loves swimming. So nilikuwa nikiona amekaa kwa simu sana. I make some 2-3 hata kama niko busy napigia msee so ukishamwambia tuko sport ya swimming anasahau phone. Then again you just a small kind of like a timetable to you do this then you can do this, you do this then you can do this. Mara kwanza kuja when he was actually 8-9 years old, he kind of knew I can watch TV until this time. And kwa kifika time hata kausha lala yo kuambia dad mimi kulala nikikata kwenda kuwatch. And actually I was so proud of that. And sika bado because you are not the pattern bado. But I'm trying to teach him kwamba there's a limit to everything. Sometimes hata ananiomba don't anaomba kitu. I go with him kwa supermarket and I give him a budget.
Nice.
I did that actually. See Leona, but it worked. Your budget is 1,000 and I see him struggle. Unaona, I buy vids at 1,200 and like niambia wewe hangaika. Actually the last time nilikuwa niliona super nikabeba budget ya 1,000 to buy napenda snacks. So kabia you just do your snacks here 1,000. And niko na struggle kufika 15 narudisha hii then alikuwa anataka kubaia nyanya yake so like sasa hii nyanya ni expensive nikimbaya hii and nilikuwa na feel man
atalala hapo personal finance and budget
mpaka kufika 14-15 hapo man ndio nimeachieve so it's a whole learning process. You do things and then you sit down and evaluate like have I done it right? No. So
I like that.
Najaribu tu. Try to get it right. Sometimes you do things and lia, I jam naenda kwa room kuongeleshi. No,
bango lango.
Bana unashangaa.
There's an Vasco moja out of this right.
So unakaa wajiuliza nimefanya kitu nipigie Joel simu niulize
kada bila auto master
so unasema nipigie na nimuulize kama actually this is what's supposed to be done. But again unasema tu mimi ndio mzae chani chill ni unataka
ama unamvunja
then now actually the best part is explaining to them. You give them a minute to go and wakasiriki wakishamaliza later unakaa nao chini that time you anagopa sijui ni mende ama panya ama spider screamer na kwa nyumba that you gonna Vic by then so kacha wakalialia hapo ni then later on explain here kuna some animals that can't hurt you. Yes they are kaka mende it's an indication of kuna uchafu nini but
can't hurt you.
Isafanya nini? Can you imagine mende zafanya nini? And I was having this convo with him.
Stomp that motherfucker.
Stay akilia mende. Nikamwambia ni basi time unaogopa spider like kuna different spiders za kuma nini and stuff but mende so after you make a decision on them you just give them a minute unaona lia then unajua naambia si kila wakati you get whatever you want. Sometimes hakuna pesa, there's a budget, hii do inafaa inwe plan. So when you want this the question is we can get this later on. It's not the important side.
Nice.
So we keep on trying to if it will work for us.
Amazing.
Kind
You? On my end, I think umeguzilia one of my tricks initially because me the reason why nilikuwa naona boy wangu ni softy sana so nilimpeleka sport and pia sikutaka kumtupa deep end sana because football is kind of deep end a bit of aggression bana aggressive sport of course rugby come on man so nilitafuta sport yenye si contact but at least iko na aggression kiasi nataka we bring out a bit of an aggressive side of you and man the first tournament alienda bana nili shit bricks man I was most nervous hata kumshinda man
why do you think
all the
it reflects poorly on you
no the reflection thing is not there he could fall, he could break a limb, he could it's a freaking dangerous
skating
sport.
There's a break all his bones
shtuka kiti imekuwa moto
I was scared but once we got that one out of the way it has been a smooth sailing imekuwa fiti na your sport na kuna kwa na highs lows he's eager to go to tournaments but at sometimes ataki zoezi uzembe kidogo, but I just figured that this is the one thing, the one tool. Kwanza ako proud of the medals because he's been winning medals. So kuna place kwa bedroom memhangia penye anazieka, so it's also like anaka collect and feel inaongeza daddy zimefika 4 na masati ngapi na pesa zimefika ngapi kwa account, because the medals, some of them come with money, you know. Okay, so I need to work harder.
Wow.
You know, so in away from whatever anything that I have for him in store, he's already like trying to build like something of his own using sport, and man, I'm down for that completely.
That's nice, yeah.
So that's how I figured I could teach him adversity. Hizi vitu zingine mimi ni mtiaji bana. I don't negotiate with terrorists. I'm like Uncle Sam bana. Mimi school days, Monday to Friday, no phones, my friend. Mnaweza ngangana TV mpigane, mwenye atashinda ndiye atawatch hiyo TV moja. No phones. Weekends tena tuna negotiate tena. Mnaenda mcheze siku mzima, jioni ndio tutakutana na simu. Tena kuna movie night ya familia. So yani hiyo screen time ni to slots dogo to pockets of it.
We manage your screen time.
Yeah, manage your screen time. Nilichoka na kitu ya familia.
You won't be that dad mwenye alikuwa anakuja anashika TV nyuma. You know that story?
No, but I'm a bit of a bearing. Nimeweka hadi nani come kwa nyumba that I can even go like, yo, what the hell are you watching? Because I can actually see the TV. So mimi ni mtiaji bana. Mimi na control, because I was losing your battle ya whatever content and I consume. I was losing. Alikuwa ameanza go into some hizo YouTube shorts, no, just na wear down your attention span kabisa. So I was losing that battle. Na nikameka decree na nika stand by it. Nikasema no matter what, nichukie saa hii like kitu anipenda mbele. And ndio sema mimi niliacha kunegotiate na terrorists. Those little fuckers are terrorists bwana.
And actually nimeona hata bana watu hiyo manzo kwa advanced. Kuna games zingine bana zia na create account, zia anajua kuna hackers kwa vitu mingi angalia hizi ni.
They are even playing online, you know. Roblox ziko na
profile. Ana chat na msee bana, ana chat na another kid mwenye sio kwa happy for some of the games. You know that thing.
I know see my kids, that's what they do.
What are you doing at usio kwa
the cousins.
Pour a chat like okay. Hey, okay.
Show me that thing.
So bana like hapa mazee itakuaje? So but you know what you're saying, Joe, in the line of si kujifunza being good fathers, so we also learn from one another,
right?
Unasikia kijana anasema ile
so we are hoping this
conversation kidogo pia unajaribu kufinya uone kama itawaka. Yes. Chukua moja Ochuro na finya hivi.
Yes. Una ignite uone kama that could probably work,
because you also know unajua what you want for him.
So second last on this fatherhood conversation, you guys are, I don't know if it's lucky or unlucky. Let me say unlucky. You're not girl dads. So do you think you'd show up differently if you were girl dads?
I don't know.
Hypothesize.
Ukienda fikiria mazi mimi nataka mtu msichana man. Man. I see actually don't know Joel. I see my friends who have like girls. It's a beautiful thing. Sisi ati ingine iko sawa, but I also nataka sana.
Which part? I would like to see myself through your eyes.
No, there's a couple of videos I'm posting and it's just I just the all of this hata leo picture hiyo. Attention yangu kwa mtu msichana man. The love is just different in a way. We will argue about it. People will argue, you need to give, but trust me, the love and the attention and the kind of interaction, the same situation I will listen, it's different. It's different. Kuna bishanga ito Stano.
Yes.
It's a day nilikuwa nimeenda kumtembelea, and it's funny this thing happened at the same time. The kids were actually fighting. So boy kuja kwa and I will lalo again. And actually the boy kanyamaza actually akaenda kanyamaza kabisa. The next thing alikuja anasikia njaa na kudishi. And actually hakuna kitu mbaya ilifanyika. Naona. And I've seen the guy show love to this boy. Naona. So this kind of tough love, it worked for. The same time you see girl came kalia. Kalenga kwanza. Akalenga pitambuza volume. Kuja mama kamweka hapa tukanyamaza. I was like, okay, so tell me about it. And I bet you the way you deal with these two people, it's just different. Unaona. kuna venye nikibembeleza hivi kuna venye naweza interact na inakaelewa. Ule mwingine ukibembeleza inaharibu. This is the way you teach them the same thing but in a different manner.
By the speaking of which, let me hypothesize and then now that you've been speaking, my
mind has fired up.
My mind has fired up. It just hit me that even me, I come from a family of boys. And then even my dad comes from a family of mostly boys, about seven men. So when me and my bro were growing up, so we grew up in a very masculine environment. We knew we were boys, we know we like tunapenda kusumbua. But I remember when my bro Jay joined Campo, his biggest alikuwa ana complain sana ni mazee wa madem bana, kuna daddy issues bana. Ama dem nakatia wote bana, watiaji mazee, it's like they're messed up or something. You know, just they complain about their dad, I remember one day I just remember us talking about it with so much concern. And then at that point I said, if I ever have a daughter, I won't give them the same traumas I see a madam who, you know, we randomly come into our lives, get showcased. So I used to imagine if I ever had a daughter, I would really try and become a good dad. I don't know what that is, but I imagine maybe I would show more attention to their mother, so that they're not desperate for love. Because Mazaya out there, but I would find girls who are so desperate for our love, but they're so desperate for our attention. And it kind of speaks of like an attention deficit in your part growing up.
Yeah, for sure.
And so maybe that's how I would have been if I was a girl dad. I would just try, and then I would really try and give them a good life, especially come a teenager and in uni. I would try pay for their house. I would try make sure a boy or a man does not come in and fill that gap. Buy her hair, even tell her, first of all, make her know you don't have to do expensive hair.
You have to raise the bar high, yeah?
Not necessarily. How I think I would have done it, if I get to that, how I would do it. I want her, first of all, let's agree that if you're a student, there's this hair that you can get, hair 1,000 or hair 1,500. And I can help you make your hair as much as you can. But you won't do hair kama ya mom. Let's assume their mom would be slaying at that point, maybe doing 10K hairs or whatever.
What?
No, but then I will facilitate for that.
Sasa si ukikazia hapo kwa 1,500 na babas
anaingia.
That's where babas come in.
Mina feel nikibai what you're saying. Unapata the vulnerability ya mtu msichana mostly wanga in what they lacked when they're growing up. Ama kwa time yao. So as a father, is trying to protect your baby girl. I think that's you need to cover kidogo. So that when anakuwa out there, someone won't use that space to take advantage. I think that's the concept. Because of course.
But you are a girl dad, so
I tell you, ni wapange. So the theories too. Man, the thing is, my girl is a girl's girl. She's pink and everything nice, you know, unicorns, you know, and me nataka pia, like, as much as you know, I try. I fail horribly though. To like also like sink down to that. You know, me I come off like a masculine, you know, all men. So but now I'm forced to, like, you see, hamtaelewana mpaka venye utaanza kuongea lugha. Ona Nastia sijua ameenda wapi. Nastia is some YouTuber girl who is really famous. So now I have to speak Nastia language. Now tumetoka kwa Nastia, saizi tuko kwa Lele, sijui Lele ama sijui ndio nani. So I have to also like pretend like I'm also into that as well. You cannot get her if you would not know what she wants or what she loves until you actually lower yourself into whatever she's into. But now in so doing, we also now have to challenge her, because now nangata some girl dads like in the West who like unapata paka makucha na mtu amemwacha sija amemfanyia some sort of like funny makeup, like, you know,
so you can get an audience.
Yes. So I've seen those type, but sasa unajua, I think maybe contact time ndio nimempea kidogo ajaanza kunifanyia hizo sarakasi. I would totally do it by day. I don't mind it at all. Like,
acha tungoje the videos.
I'll totally, na mimi hata sina insecurity, okay, niko nayo kidogo, but I'll just freaking post it. I'll post it. Hata kuna, I think there's a couple of, if you go to my TikTok inaonekanga siku hizi vitu za upuzi. Kuna a bunch of TikToks umefanya hata kwa sijui tuko like we're looking feminine or something. Mimi naweka like I tumeweka snap yenye kuna filter ya tuko na like maybe hairs ama nini ama wote tuko na beards unaona. I'll do it. I don't mind. So like there's that whole like you have to, for you to be like her father, she has to see also like someone she can connect with, you know, and then how do you connect with her? She cannot do the things you do, but you can pretend that you're doing the things she's doing at her level. So hapo ndio penye that's the first win. Now also with now since akona bro boy, so whenever we are doing, she doesn't want to anapenda ku join the fun. So whenever we're doing like now hizo press ups nafanya, actually my accountability partners are my kids. Or whenever I'm like I want to do my press up before my evening shower, I want to come, daddy, just star jumps, you know, let's do this for like a 20-30 minutes as we wait for dinner. Ni workout. And now the girl is done. She's doing pathetic push-ups, but it's a push-up nonetheless. We'll take it. Hata kifanya mbili peke yake, we take it. Now you're also teaching her a bit of like masculine energy kidogo. It's rubbing off on her, and who knows man, by just being able to push her body up, siku moja mtu anaweza kwa dark alley anaweza jaribu kumfanyia upuzi au msaka punch kwa uso na ajisave, unaona.
So she might pick a fitness habit.
Or pick a fitness routine or habit out of it. So just also like trying to like be able to teach her a bit of that, because she's totally a girl's girl. You know, like probably just the mother or something, you know, like the cares are kweli. So I'm also trying to like teach her a bit of her, you know, kuwa ngangari kidogo.
How about that thought? How about that fear of mine? Yeah, girls, grown-up ladies who are a bit broken from the attention they got.
I don't think I have to worry about that, because that usually comes from like most like a single mom setup where the dad is absent. Daddy issues. Man, I'm a super present guy. I think that I worry sometimes I'm a bit too present. Niko. Man, not under my watch, man. Yeah, I may pick up some other brokenness from maybe the
society,
society to peer pressure, but not from attention deficit. Nah.
Nice.
Notes hapo.
Notes ziko.
Nidhani kushuka tu nywele.
Na kufanyiwa blue polish hapo.
Tafuta tu nywele naweza kujifunza kushuka nywele.
No, that's a thing, man. That's a connection point. But sasa time ya kupata ufanye hiyo ndio inakuanga tricky, because now you are out. Maybe if your work allows you to be in the house a lot, you'll find chances to do that. But if your work doesn't, but you cannot, unaweza saidia tu kufumua nywele as long as kuna contact tu. Inasaidia. Anaona dadia na ako in touch with his feminine side.
Hapo tumeenda class. Nataka more connection, man.
Opash, lastly for you, hii ni yako maybe na mimi. So you want to sip something?
Spenangi swali toka kwa directive. What I prepare. Though leo na feel this is a more safe space.
It's a safe space,
leo it's safer.
Uko na buffer? So Opash, there is the truth. I don't know, it's kind of evident that you having to raise. In fact, let this viral clip that I've seen online lead the conversation. You can have a look at it, and then Opash can also ushaiona ama Opasha kimaliza kuonyesha. It was for you both.
That's also let's someone you should probably read it.
Someone.
So tutainsert kwa nini so that the audience
can also. The difference between men and women having a child in a question. The difference between men and women having a child's custody. Many men do not want child support and they don't need it. They just want their kids. Someone ameka your quote.
So I want this thing to lead the conversation to as we head towards the end of this conversation. So my first marriage went awry, and I ended up with the custody of the kids. And not even once have I ever gone to the mother to ask for anything. Me, myself, fiti man. Take care of business. Whatever you bring is just cherry on top. We'll take it. If you don't, it's fine. If you take, ukileta tashukuru sana. But if you don't, pia man, do you? It's cool. And Opash, you also happened to also have been through the same where your first relationship, that boy, your son, is not working out. So one, how are you managing the whole situation of shared custody? What insecurities come from that, and how are you trying to fill the gap of knowing that 90% of the time your son is away from you.
So this is a convo that I think we had with the mother.
Yeah.
I think me being a father to my child is not about your financial support. I think most women think you being present in the life ya mtoi ni financial support. Most of them think like you. No. Yeah. And that's why pata mwenye anakwambia
that's really flawed, man.
Bana ayuko, the idea is not sending money.
Yeah.
No, actually want to challenge. Yeah. So he's not sending money. He might be going through something. Yes. A man's life is a process.
There's the value of shadow of death or something.
Exactly. Yeah. Have you tried to knee causa? Who wanna imagine? And this is what I told the mother.
Yeah.
I think I have more to offer equally to offer growth ya mtoi than just financial support.
Yeah.
No. The mother is more of an introvert.
Yeah.
No. So what about to give to both? Acha kae na wewe kae na huku. So as he's growing up, he picks what he prefers. No. So it's a convo when you have, and the only security is we might have like different ideas. Kile watoi. No. Unaogopa maybe anza kuwa anamwambia this is this. And this is that. No. And actually kuna moments ambao we've argued. Kuna time fulani mtu yako anasema ati sijui akula samaki sijui itamuua tumbo. Samaki. Duka kwa dating stuff. And I was like, where is this coming from, man? No. And sikuwa nimekuwa for a while. So actually called in and was like, you need to tell to e facts. No. Like samaki inafaa ikule carefully. Kuna this part of samaki kuna samaki kuna mfupa. Iye ina mfupa. Naona. So the only insecurity is that tukona different ideas of how we want to lea mtoi. Naona. Maybe the mother is flashy, kitaki tunampea chwa. Akuja huku when you're trying to put that kind of discipline what kiongelea, you come out as a bad person.
Yes.
Maybe another insecurity nonga too, maybe to the profiling of the partners. Another profile like your dad is ABCD. Now maybe we as a father say that's the only insecurity. Second to nekana kwamba like I don't actually want to mambia if the kid reports something about the mother, I think your mother is right. No. Ama there's a reason why he did whatever she did. No. You need to go back and ask mbona alifanya and stuff. See, that's the major insecurity. She can answer your question.
Yeah, partly yes.
Yes.
And just let me tighten the let me tighten the lead a little
later bwana.
Let me circle around you.
Unajidringa hapa niko rada.
Kisikia imeongezeka ukichukua liche ongeza. So also let me see now. I don't know how it's been, but how is your mental state around now the mother of your child proceeding with her life and bringing another gentleman in the life of your son? And how is your mental state around it? How are you taking it as a man? Because now you'll have another voice who is also supposed to be a father to your son.
First of all,
how mentally prepared are you for that?
I don't think you'll ever get ready for this kind of thing.
Sure.
I talked to him. I talked to her about it. Nikamwambia my thoughts. Like yes. I never ask her about what she's doing about her relation. Nikamwambia if you're caught up in anything, don't introduce my son to anything unofficial. Yes, absolutely. Don't introduce my son to anything unofficial because I always do it. So whatever you're doing, do it mbali na mtoi. Unaona. Kama you want to do some stuff, tuma mtoi kwangu ama kwa madhako, you do your stuff nini. Until something is official, then maybe we can introduce. Unaona. So ndivyo. But of course kuna hizo kuvutana. Unaona. But from my side, but I don't feel comfortable. Zina feel man, I've seen these things. I've seen these things and how kids behave around fathers or their fathers, and so many things. So I don't want my son. I don't actually. The time was like, hey, do I have to go back so that I be the man in that space? At the time, actually, I thought about it for a very very long time. Do I have to go back and just get the mother for the sake of my son?
Yeah,
so that I be the man.
And I'm curious.
And where did you get with that?
As you know, I'm still here.
No, like
it was like kitambo, man. It was 2 years, 3 years ago. Yeah, so ndo hivyo, man. I don't think I'm prepared for unasema psychologically that my kid aende kwa space ya mtu mwingine. So another man like what's going to happen is kama mimi at the moment mtu anakaa na mamake sana. Like to prefer afanye masomo. So imagine say like my son interacting with another man on a daily basis. Unaona? First of all, you some of
what kind of values
then the interactions, unaona? Always jua bana, always jua unaona what step father is very brutal on kids because mtoto wake za muhara za mnyanyasa and stuff. So those kind of things zikuja kwa kichwa wako at the moment sasa bado zia kando kwanza. Unaona? So that let me go deal with my son kwanza, nimfunze the basic of interaction and surviving in spaces na kadhalika, and then some of these things will handle them when they come. But the most important things I've been compared to is you have a convo with them and tell them Nyaje, don't introduce my son to anything unofficial. Nice. But I don't think mentally you got ready for that conversation.
I like that. As I like the way you led, that no one is ever prepared for that. In as much
anapiga mtu wako wao bana. Anapiga na manguyu unaona? Bana, wewe huko
na mengo.
Wewe huko unachuna ile ya baba, this is wrong, this is wrong, na huko bana big, because me remember kama kitambo when my brother used to discipline me kama nimekosa. Wanapiganga wao bana.
Your brothers
dadangu ni dad na wanachunanga tu but bana bro akupiga discipline maza pia kibao pa hedi mamako umechanganikiwa. So imagine your boy yako on the teenage age. No, he's a teenager. Unajua wanakuanga tu rebelliant in a way, ni defiant if you don't find a safe space between the two of you. No. So any other man will feel threatened ama insecure. This boy anajaribu kuniambia nini. Unaona? Na huyu nipige tu wao. Ndio sawa. Kama kwetu na gana. For whatever reason. Wacha msukumo wake ba.
Wewe una maoni hapa?
Mimi sina maoni for now.
Ati for now. Wewe sema tu una maoni bwana.
Itakuja tule kuongea itakuja.
Yani kwa hii topic ya kukua na insecurities regarding having other separation. Personally, so me kuna kitu I like, I'm a long-term thinker and I'm a strategic thinker, and also sometimes I go mwisho alafu naanza kurudi mbele. So me nilikuwa na hiyo mawazo yenye ulikuwa nayo kwanza, then I make sure I fought tooth and nail to make sure that I get custody, so that wacha mimi nipambane tu nao bana.
You protect hizo outcomes.
Ni protect hizo outcomes. Akitaka kuwa remarried or something, it's an easier conversation for her. Because without kids, because you know how it is in the market right now. Kuna mbegu ya mtu mwingine bwana kusonga na maisha ni ngumu zaidi.
Ngumu sana.
So especially wakisema mzee kama bado ako hai. So I just try to make sure of that. And even still I want to believe bado hata hiyo touch point kidogo tu, hata kama during the holidays it still phases me. Like say for example now in the future whereby she's moved on with her life, you know, men we are interaction inakuwa kidogo but it's very impactful. So hata hiyo touch point kidogo nakuanga nasikia tu hata pia mimi ni senior, so I can imagine in your case sasa hata I've heard you drop guns and swords in your conversation, and I feel you brother.
Unajua one thing about women is single mother women, for example. Akipata a man mwenye anamtreat vizuri, unaona, hata mtu wake akwe beneficiary
of that treatment.
So is something unofficial too, unaona. So hiyo kitu inanisumbua sana kichwa sana.
All right. Well answered, man. Unless you want to chime in on this, this conversation.
This one I don't want to chime in.
Beyond your pay grade.
I'll sit myself out.
So lastly, as we wind down the conversation, it's June. June is a gentleman. I'm a men's mental health. Apparently, watu wanadedi, watu wanajitoa kwa ugali. And I think we've been socialized in a way that we gentlemen don't really share enough of our tribulations, or even if we do, we want to portray ourselves as heroes in these conversations, and yet sometimes you're not. We've not allowed ourselves to be vulnerable enough in situations, in conversations where we expose that, man, I'm going through this thing and I need help. And this does not mean that you go online and post your problems.
Cry for help.
No, we're just saying, like, find your mate and tell him, man, yo, in the virtue of, in the spirit of just talking, you'll find that either your vet knows you and he gives you solutions, or just by talking, you get better, and maybe you just find clarity in sharing a conversation.
Yeah.
So the question here that I'm positing to you guys is, how have you been handling your mental health as a man, and given all the problems you can hear, these difficult problems we gentlemen are dealing with, figuring out this, being a father in a modern, crazier time than even our dads, and even just going through the dynamics of these really broken and failed marriages, 2 out of 3 are class 10, so it means the failure rate is even going higher and higher, given how society is moving. So how are you guys protecting your mental space? How are you getting better? How are you handling your mental health? Opash, take a tab, man, if you may. I'm aware when you sit out of the other one.
I start with this one.
Yes.
How am I taking? Let me take so that Opash, when he has my points, he can clarify his.
Yes.
But me, I'm a big proponent of taking care of yourself. I think wanaita self-care. I remember tukiananga marriage with the wife, hashtag self-care. Like, you're responsible for your own headspace.
What does that mean?
That means everything that goes on in your mind and however you get to feel, you are responsible for that. And so, interesting question. What does that mean? That means, so maybe I can tell you what I was advising her so that I apply for myself. I would tell her, listen, there's so many tools to deal with stress, depression, anything that can come at you. There are these tools that exist. There's a tool, especially for us in a Christian circle. There's prayer. There's reading the word. There's affirmations for we're getting a bit secular. There's writing. There's jogging.
Affirmation is secular.
So affirmations it could be a bit secular, because affirmation is not necessarily only scriptural. You could be making affirmations that are not necessarily scriptures. You could be saying,
you have a nice round ass.
I know I'm a child of something like that. Yeah, I'm a body. I'm a child of the universe. Men love me. Something like that.
Yes.
But then you see what it does. That speaking out loud, it helps you communicate or validate your own identity. And so now what I've done for me, I've always tried to take care of my mental health. Inaweza kama niko najichezea or something, but whenever I'm feeling down, the last tool that I was using in the last maybe 4, 5, 6 years was scripture, the word of God. Man, I just know so much about those, what God says about you, your future. Like, I just know, I know them, I know them kabisa. And I would read them and I would force myself to believe that was true. But there are other tools, like there's writing. I remember when I was
journaling.
There's journaling. I remember for me personally, when I was about 21, I was going through it. Is when I think now I saw on TikTok when my frontal lobe developed. Inamanishanga when now you started hearing thoughts in your own head. And for me, it was about 21. And I could actually start hearing questions. And my brain does not shut up. And I know this guy is a writer, so he probably thinks the same. And just have voices, conversations in my head. And I was feeling like, wow, I'm going to go crazy with all these questions, all these desires, all these dreams, all these creative aspirations. And being in a space that I feel imezifinya. So took to writing. Writing helped. And then, so I've said that affirmation. Then there's this reading thing. Reading can help. There's a season of my life that I felt like I'm not progressing. Bro, I read so many books. 100. It makes you feel, and I saw another pastor speaking about it. You see, it makes you feel like you're doing something about your situation. So you're not allowing yourself to wallow in that situation.
Yeah.
I'm doing an online course. I am doing this tutorial. What are you doing about it? I'm doing something about it. So in a kutoa kwa your place ya kukua victim but now what are you doing about this situation of yours? So because of all that situation in my life, so I have just all these tools that I reach out every time. What am I doing about it? Who am I talking to about it? Am I praying about it? Am I active? Am I when I'm going through that season? I believe that being indoors in the darkness. You're giving the devil room to tell you,
deal with you proper.
So putting myself out there, trying to protect what I'm saying. So you can become a wanker. I was telling, I'm sorry, is it weird to say that?
That can become a what?
A wanker, like a masturbate. Mental health is
you have 5 on it.
No, if you stay, I was telling my bro, I think we were just laughing about it.
Can save you a lot of trouble.
No. It can't, but I was telling, we were talking about mental health. And we were saying, you see, well, I think one of the was saying he was showing me a video. Now I have to give you guys background. It's quite creepy. So he was showing me a video online, and this guy, this kind of masculinity guys. We watch a lot of those influencers, and they're saying, you protect your, your sperm, protect
retention, sperm retention,
and vitu. And they were talking about it, and they were saying, it's actually true. When you're in a funk, your body needs an outlet. Watch series 3-4 days. You've been playing games, your body needs an outlet. You're not getting out. So the outlet that you're going to do in that room is you're going to wank, man. And it's so weird. But then fungua curtain, get out there, put yourself in a space where you're outside, you're interacting with nature and vituka hizo, so that you just don't allow things to live in your head. So me wanazicompile zote any tool I can. Contrary opinion, I listen to it. Preaching, I listen to it. Getting out there, I listen to it.
Why are you pointing at me with contrary opinion?
Joel has a lot of contrary. By the way, Joel has a lot of contrarian opinions. I don't know how much you experience.
No, you got experience. I know John for some time.
So I would throw something at him, even just a problem. And then he would come up with a very interesting solution. And when I go, I'm thinking about it, I'm like, yeah, actually, wow, yeah, that's a point. Or he would make me realize that maybe I'm going to play victim in an area of my life. I am not taking responsibility. You have that voice. And so you can have people in your life when they have a voice. Their voice is not a weak man voice. They will not go just to yes man. Oh, mazina kufeel.
They want to washe
you.
Yeah.
So that can also be a tool. And that's how we have dealt with trying to stay steady.
Sounds good, man. Sounds good. Opash?
Scriptures.
Joker.
Yeah, Nini. I don't know. I think there's a moment also.
I'm a Johnny Walker.
No, Johnny Walker is a thing. Nakuja hapo inafaa ikuwa accompanied with something. So
something soft.
Yeah. Some visual effects and soft things and stuff. So I think that means kuna moment I think I was caught in that kind of situation, and I tried the writing thing and I didn't work for me, man. I want an outside voice. That's not me. So the reading works. Nijaruku write, man, and I felt like I was going deeper into myself. Because whatever is in my mind, naandika pale chini. And actually now sometimes one thing about writing, you actually have to dig deeper into your emotions. You actually have to know how you're feeling, and that depresses you more. How your heart beats, how your skin feels. So me, I think the best thing for me in the camp is just step out. Step out to games. No, just some activity that is kind of like physically engaging.
You're
depressed, man. Yeah. So step, because sometimes I think this is a thing that I have heard from a couple of people. One of the major thing, of course, most men being victims of mental health ama depression is kinafanya the triggers, sindio?
Yeah,
people feel embarrassed
we should actually speak about
that. To share. No. Kama actually mambo ya kama like una float.
Yeah.
No. And actually your best friend mse kama Joy like una float anaongelea mambo ya nini.
Investment.
So you feel embarrassed of coming out to Joy like any aje maze ni issue yangu ni sina float. Actually is the best person I feel I can accommodate in things I'm pair. Kama ni mambo ya mapenzi, man at that time unamwambia Jojo na flourish mapenzi yako fiti nini ama is not a woman kind of person, not like he doesn't worship women, you know what I mean. See ukifikiria no so you'll feel embarrassed so you'll feel embarrassed of going to share with Joel. No like nyaje mazee mimi kinafanya niko in this kind of state, ni pesa
ama alikuon
ama naturally the people who are doing better in that direction they don't give the best advice. Nikam kunoso kitu uza ukienda baramsi yako na shida ya pesa, well they don't give you the best. Mimi nikam kunoso kitu. So me the way I deal with it is I just step out and engage in a physical thing, engage my the whole body, it's the best thing for me. I try the things hizo zote zanajaribu because pia squeeze ndio kuna the help of the internet. How can I deal with this
ata chat GPT
alafu of course when you interact with pana kwambia nini, so of course utafungua curtains, naona I'll stop watching, I'll do workouts kwa nyumba nini, but na feel the best one for me is just step out and be in a other space. Naona you could confine kwa nyumba and watch and in darkness, na feel bado tuko in the same prison.
Right.
No. If you're into events, go for an event. If you're into a particular kind of thing, just come on a church. Saka msa present worship. Toka mana mtu yangu fia church saa moja. Like just engage yourself. It open up your mind. Unaona. So ukiongeza other things. Kwa sababu kama uko stuck in that moment yenye uko depressed, una run short of ideas and options. So apart from talking to your friends, because I can come to you and talk to you as my friend. You'll tell me whatever you want to tell me. It's an idea. No. So you need to find a way of opening up your mind. If people share things with you and the kind of support they're giving you, you're ready to pick it up. I feel that's how I've been dealing with it.
That's good. Simbaya. We cannot invalidate any because it's been working for you so far. Sure. We cannot be invalidated. And me personally, I'm down with the whole physical activity. Yes. I think the Trinity, mind, body, and soul. Yes. So while I don't approach it from like a biblical, I'm a Christian viewpoint. There's a truth to it. If the mind is unstable, sometimes just put the body in a bit of aggression, and it might help you bring back the mind or the soul in tune or something like that. So nakwanga my number one go-to. And since I have no time whatsoever to go commissariat with Umri and the FC guys, I would love to, but timing na ways. Unless once I kucheza 4 a.m. in the morning, maybe we could, but man, I put in some time. So I just like, I've taught myself to be a long range on this activity. You should see me running on the road. I actually worry that if you put like one of those 360 cameras around me, you might find me a serious weirdo. Because sometimes I dance while running, like I do this like a turn around, like I'm just like I'm in my zone completely. Like I'm
you know that Rocky song?
Kwanza I like house music, so like unapata nakimbia niko kwa beat rate fulani tu nimefocus so nakuanga in a serious funk, and I think I usually let go of a lot of the things that are wearing me down during that moment, and it works. Like that's my number one go-to. And then also I miss him say if one vet watu I'm not I don't suffer fools, so I'm a good judge of character, and easily if I welcome you into my ecosystem by any measure, I'll talk to you about anything.
About anything?
Yes. Me sina hizo inhibitions. I have no inhibitions whatsoever. If you are in my circle, mi hata kama nimegongewa ndakwambia bwana ameninyakulia bwana. Haya, amenifanyia ile kitu bwana. Bro bwana, imefanya aje bwana.
Unaweza, Opash, can you think uko hivyo?
Kuna wase neza ambia.
Going online to say
kama Joel kivara anacheka and hivyo hata anipea hizo advice zake.
Hashtag
Joel anachekanga man.
You're serious sir.
No, this is very
no ni a bit.
No, actually now niko prepared.
Okay.
Nikienda kuongea na Joel niko prepared, najua the first of all anacheka kwanza. Then sandio
Nilianza kupatia steps.
So kuna group of people actually unaweza share now. Because actually kuna some people who will make it worse for you, because kwa you're going through something that you want it to be as private as possible, but you want to come out of it. Don't I'm saying then again it's all over the streets.
Yes.
Me, that's been my fear kabisa. Especially coming from a church context. Hey, inaogopa man. So what if kila mseko priest imajue this guy and his wife
misa koli yangu iko tight. Maze sometimes it ruptures. Like kitaumana hata kama mmepigana, maybe hata kuna nundu imefura. It will get out. It will get out there, man. Like if there is an irreconcilable issue between you guys and she's gone back home and you guys are no longer staying together or she's moved on with her life, how can you hide that? It's like a pregnancy.
It's visible,
it's visible. It will show. It will show. Or she's even now being seen with some other person. So at the end of the day, actually for you to get ahead of it, to declare publicly, because sababu if you don't, there's
a bit of stigma.
Man, sasa hizo stigma ndio zinakuwa isolate, zinakuweka kwa kona. Sasa venye umesema shetani anaingilia hapo katikati. Unapata umeruka off building ya serious board. So mi si allowing ni feel like I'm alone. I don't allow it because hata hizi siri hata ni za nini? What are they for? Me bana, I got my homies bana, wase wenye niko cool nao bana, mi nakwambia na tukikutana hata like niko na I relate with a lot of people in different ways, but niko na ile like ile inner circle yenye mi na show to my things are a bit difficult and this is how I'm trying to handle. I don't know. This is what I think could work for now. But in case something changes, I'll let you all know. Me hata staff advice. No, I'm better venye
na process issue sai.
Venye na ngangana, venye na wade in the mud, man. Yeah, that's I think how much I end. Therapy for me, and I don't think I've ever considered it ever.
Therapy man pa.
Yeah.
Especially coming from a town kama hii yetu, na feeling it's too small for me to.
How about counseling, pastoral counseling to hizo? Same thing, just different.
Brother 20 church.
Speaking for myself.
Yeah, I don't say 20 at a church, but as a tutaanza aje hata maisha.
It is wasema tu mwanzo. You just look for something that works for you.
Yes.
Yanakutoa from that one routine. Okay.
Yes.
You tumia
the thing that has gotten you in a corner.
Kutoka tu hapo. Man, you won.
Yeah.
You won.
Yeah.
You won.
So I
kuna say therapy works for them. Kaya tu ongea na watu wengine hivyo what take you through the process. Me kwangu I don't want someone getting into my head. It's like me starting follow up my questions, trying to get into my head to understand what I'm going through. No. Maybe I'm somewhat evil. Physically, I feel if I'm out there physically, sindio, ita entrap kidogo, iwachika mind yangu kidogo, then now I can focus. No. Kidogo, then I pole too. Of course, it's a process. See, the funny thing, one thing is what people need to know is for you to get out of the mental health, it's a process. Mara moja na
because it's a cocoon.
Yes. So you have to like have a routine. You have to break the routine uko nayo hivyo.
Exactly.
So whatever works for you, iko sawa.
All right. So if
hata mimi nilikuwa naambia story ya whiskey. Me it works for me. Me sometimes I feeling on a lot of things zinani. I'll go to a club, get myself some 2, 3, 4 beers or whiskey and then just watch people do their stuff. And
does it help immediately, ama?
I'm always curious. It helps. Which part? The watch they intake.
Okay, so let me ask you the way brain yangu imefanya poop. Because when I imagine that a mental health venye umesema struggles za cocoon. So I'm just thinking, would whiskey help? Whiskey would help kama umechoka, you just want a rejuvenation. But what if you're maybe financial struggle? I think it's one of those wanaume ama kumegongewa, those kind of things.
So shida ya whiskey, it goes to all the other drugs. So there's a risk of being addicted. Ni kama tu wangu ulikuwa unasema, unaona. The moment ushaamka one morning na wangu uka feel fit.
Squeeze one.
Asa bana bro, saa 5 tena I feel like I did this and I actually felt good. Unaona. Saa 5 tena then saa 8 then usiku. Ama every single morning. So that's the only risk. Unaona. That's the only risk. And bado it's not the best thing. Unaona. So sometimes once in a while, unaona. Actually kama it's just too much. I'm not telling people to do this. It's not okay.
No. It's
well, the risk is there's a risk of addiction plus it comes with an expense. unaona whiskey sips like kidogo unaona na same na bangi na other form of drugs.
Me personally, I wouldn't recommend it at all. Personally, I approach actually minimize my drugs to only just beer. And it's mostly for recreational purposes. I like having my weeds with me. So in as much as sometimes it gets a bit loud and noisy, but pombe the alcohol makes excitement inakuwa kidogo. I like that moment of just being there for me. Kubembea kidogo, but anything beyond that I see it as a red flag and I wouldn't recommend. So in fact I do it when I'm in a good space, not in a bad space. In a bad space bwana ni the strategy ama I just get the demons out.
I think because I don't go that level. Kidogo cha kufeel vizuri. Love me, I think I thrive better in a public space, in a open, not watu wako. Sometimes unapata just to hang out with your buddies and sometimes mpaka ukwe na chupa mbili kwa meza ndio convoy catch up.
So that the conversation
silikuwa na yetu. Actually, we need to talk about this by the way. Me and Joel used to have a thing inaitwa kikao.
Okay.
Yeah.
You need to talk about a thing.
This is just busy, man. We used to have
afakara here. Ujaniita popote bwana. Kwanza kikao next inafai kuwe kwako. It's been 7 months.
So
in December last year or something.
So
November.
We need to put on board. We have a kikao. So whoever comes for the kikao is paying the bill. Then we just catch up on our personal issues. We need to talk about business or anything. What I've been up to. What's the challenge? And you give me advices. At first I thought it's ni mgumu ku open up. Then there's a time tuliana na yakapia ka open up. So okay.
Right,
wait, ongeza kwa zingine mbili. So kikao is a good thing. So kikao won't make sense. And actually no, because if I was to call Joel niaje I want to talk to you come kwa nyumba yangu
itakuwa weird.
Yaka weird. Or me ende kwake I want to talk to you. But if you get a resort mahali penye na kafiti and we buy some beers, talk about some other stuff, football,
start with politics and
then now we narrow down to the main agenda. Yo, I've had this and this and this. Are you okay? No, what's happening in your life? And then of course pia inapenda confidence.
Serum. I know you wouldn't know, but she don't play with that shit.
Me, if I actually wanted to open up to you about something truly like na say mbaya. Ndio nimesema ati ashtuki wacha hii.
Wewe lazima ikue
si lazima. I can still manage to come out clean,
but it will come out better.
But bro, I wouldn't see anything. Najua mazee mimi nimekuwa depressed bwana. Mazee like you will put it like black and white vile iko hivyo. Na sasa inakuwa easy for him to visualize what you've been going through.
Right.
Unaona? Mara mingi msee
hata kulia wewe.
Unajua actually
I love sometimes you just want someone to listen.
And actually one issue about mental health and depression, actually to men is when someone approaches you about what is going through, they're not able to come out clean what's actually happening to them. So nakwambia anya mimi nimesota. Unaona? Inaachia hapo. Like there's a way or some level up because bado people don't feel comfortable opening up about what they're going through entirely. Hata kama relationship too, they won't like entirely tell you what is happening. So for you to support me in a way that unisaidia to go through the journey, I need to open up some to a particular level, to a good percentage of what actually I've been going through. They won't support.
I agree.
That's the challenge. Actually, people say that men don't share. Of course. And actually, the one who opens up that they're not okay, they don't actually tell you what is the issue. No. Niko poa, kidogo nataka chap. Niko fit, niko na kitu nisumbua but no.
Ama kianza kuongea na
jo nyaje but suni sake job. Nimachia hapo. I don't tell you what I've been going through now that I don't have job. Kuna familia, bibama anakupresha huku, una job, kuna bills zimekuhanda huku. Unaona, you can't step out there because you're mgonjwa. Unaona, you don't feel comfortable na outfit zako kukua in the space ya memories wako wenye umegrow now. Unaona. So if someone opens up kila kitu in black and white, it's easy for you as a friend to help.
I agree. Oh, that was nice. I really like that.
All right.
So nakwambia kunywa.
Sasa hii hapo ni maandishi tu inafutika.
Flash, last time you were here tuko na frutika. Wait, the other time ulikuwa
Yeah.
but when you were alone there was no frutika.
Nafahamu nifungie kama 10 hivi nishaenda kwa nyumbani kwa fridge ya mimi. Napiga picha post kwa mtandao. I'm an influencer man.
Okay. All right. Management umesikia? Sawa.
Mnifungie kadhaa niende nyumbani.
Management what is saying?
Still niko excited about the things on squeeze kidanga super. If unaweza kufanya shopping na chukua
Very nice.
School kill stuffs kunywa
Very nice.
Ukitembea abukuza anakunywa kwa supermarket. So
niko sawa. Amazing. So as we wind down, hii conversation imeenda up kwa refu inakaa imebamba. Nimejaribu kuregulate time nikasema you know what kaende.
Ungetuambia tu let's wrap it up.
Hapana. Sasa tuna wrap out hivi mambo yote mzuri ingeenda wapi bwana? Wacha afadhali tu wakati tuwekee part 1 na part 2 lakini kwetu bwana. So lastly I can't help it but I have to throw it in there. Time imeisha lakini bwana 1 minute 1.5 minute each. Mbona mama amekasirika na the polygamist sana bwana? Ni nini?
Go fast.
Sijawatch your stuff.
Hata mimi sijawatch.
See watch your stuff.
I mean,
for all this that you guys understand. But
why are you not gonna watch it?
Nishaona the conversation on the internet. I don't think it's any bamba. Ideally niliweka mara ya kwanza. This from a technoparty kama a writer. Niliweka mara ya kwanza. There's a bit of it kumbamba from the film and the writing part of it. So nikaachana nayo. Then leo nimeona video fulani ya Butita. I think nilipost kwa status. Hii ni shida ya South Africans. Sisi Kenyan men's we are different people. Yes, we are loyal. We are loving and caring. We respect marriages. Sika mo hawa watu wa South African. That thing actually menibamba. It has triggered so many
I do think it's true.
It has triggered so many conversations. Me, I'm a good man. So you tell me about it.
He's a loyal, loving man.
Yeah. So. But
from Homa Bay.
From Homa Bay. Man, unajua amadeo mpatanga opportunity.
I could drag men
into that.
So that's just another trigger to drag men.
Yes. Because
even the ones dating married men are up there.
Yeah. Unajua
crying about the polygamist.
Yes. Hii argument isha. Because from what I've heard about the story, this woman is committed marriage. This man being, pardon my French, cheating in a way, and being a lot of women.
Yeah.
Then again, there are these women who have a choice of not being there in his life, and actually they are being there in his life. Kila mtu kuna choice, man. Unaona? Kila mtu kuna choice. And actually, this woman alipewa papers for divorce as early as I think episode 2. So, man, see what's talking.
Yeah.
Why stay in these all 22 lives, the 22 episodes? Why stay in all these
episodes?
22 episodes. But I think it's short episodes.
Okay.
Why stay in these all 22 episodes to go through whatever you went through? Yeah, so together the story beat, and if you're trying to be realistic enough, alipewa divorce paper actually, alipewa divorce. Akataka kutoka mwenyewe. I think because the guy is wealthy, he's trying to stick around and stuff.
Anataka kupigania ndoa bwana.
Hapana, kuna ndoa kwa napigania. Noacha nimalize Joe. The point is we have choices. If this woman ana feel this is not the right man for me, akajitoe ba. It's a different kind of world. I don't think the film was walikuwa mechua setting ya 90s huko like supposed to stick to marriage. It's a modern life, and the women around that person, it's a choice. They want to be there. I don't think the woman was manipulated to be there in that person's life. No. Actually, episode 2. Episode 2.
The one you've watched.
I've watched. There's that the brother's wife, girlfriend. Huyu jamaa huyu mwenye nika.
Jonas.
Ndugu yake. The wife mwenye made moves for this guy. Unaona? Naturally, but ina big conversation tambo ile yenye kuna mademo anapenda wase wenye wako busy.
Ni bad boys.
Bad boys, unaona? Right. So it's a whole conversation, man. Choices.
Yeah. Okay, so my turn to react. So sija watch life wife amekuwa akiwatch, but me personally sija watch. We have this thing where everyone has their thing they watch sometimes, and so mimi naweza kuwa exist kwa your space with, but I'm not watching it. However, I saw someone posting on IG, some lady, a friend of mine, alikuwa mijam, and so I texted her. I replied on her story, a quote that art is meant to comfort the disturbed and to disturb the comfortable. And I think it's so true because art triggers if you're comfortable. This world, you know, there's things like this. Or if you are so disturbed, you get some type of comfort that in the dunia. So I want to start make that point. The second point, again, I saw chat on it online. I think it was Ramsey or someone who was making a comment on Twitter that, man, the polygamist only happens because we live in a modern day world. Najua, the modern woman is empowered, so she's more comfortable being a single mother or living in her own home. So the man is not necessarily a kind of an amwaweka as a polygamous man. But then that just kind of shows the reason it may trigger us that we live in this society where, as we said last time, watu wanaweza gongeana, and it can be very weird because even that woman can be living in LD huko. I saw another story again. I'm sorry naongeza. This week online, some lady alikuwa on TikTok. Nilifinya hiyo 2x ndo nisikie mbio. Alikuwa anapiga story that he was married to a man from Jusiaya ama Homa Bay that had another wife. And he had managed to keep both, and they never knew for around 5 years. So the story is how this lady amepigia I think we are co-wives, and then they kind of try to go and meet this gentleman who's coming from another country. So it's even possible he has another family. And so that story got a lot of hits again. When I'm seeing the comments, I'm like, yeah. So either this could be a real issue that we just need to deal with the society or something like that.
Before Joel summarizes, talking about the art bit of it,
yeah.
The reason the ladies are triggered, I think the whole concept of polygamy is on the extreme. Unaona, kama just the woman are just there, same space. Unaona, and actually sometimes in writing you don't pick the normal stories. Unaona, because you don't catch the audience. Unaona, because see this guy alikuwa anapigia ndugu yake. Actually the brother just walked out. I don't think more normally it happens in normal life. At least engage into yako bana bro nini ukunyora pigana masema mashoka nini. So what the writer did, ali to the extreme kabisa,
ali crank it up
kabisa,
volume 200%.
Ali Tyler Perry situation.
Yes. So the two ladies coexist in the same space.
Yeah.
Unaona, and actually he does things in front of the other lady akiona. So bana hapo kama madema chachishe bana ushika na are bana.
Me, I'm not even summarizing anything. My only problem is, from what I've heard, it looks like this thing has been mislabeled or something. Okay. It's not polygamy, man.
It's not polygamy. He's just cheating.
No, malaya tu bana.
Actually, jamani, malaya tu.
Yeah.
Malaya tu bana. There's a very interesting polygamist I follow on X. I've forgotten his name, but I like his tweets a lot. Semanga polygamy is not an excuse for wantonness. Just the same thing nani alikuwa anasema before wakoli. The guy on X is actually from SA. These wives are highly educated, bana. They're career women. Moja amebuy apartments, zile zinaonanga the fancy ones zenye ziko kwa nini ya kwanza and house number 2 hivyo. Kuna 3 wives. Mpaka wamecreate schedule venye anataka huko akienda hivi. Na watoto wanacheza pamoja, sometimes hata wanaenda sleepover kwa wengine. So like almost an African type of polygamy. So I was actually, if it was that type of storyline, I would have tried to watch it.
Yeah.
But not these. Not
Gonga.
Not these. I think he got inspired by a Gonga or something. Yeah, so that said, man, I don't know. Otherwise, gentlemen, thanks for showing up. The conversation has been amazing, long, but amazing. I hope people enjoy and watch it. Tukiongezanga third party kidogo, maybe people enjoy the conversation. Maybe to know something. So, but hopefully they get to watch and enjoy, because the conversation has been amazing. I've loved every bit of it. I don't know. Imekuwa refu, tufungie tu hapo. Tukutane kwa next one.